Hello friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. Today we're going to be playing a deck that has existed in Magic for pretty much as long as the competitive scene has existed. It's also been known by many names. Originally we called it Sligh, we've also called it Red Deck Wins, and you could also call this version of the deck Goblins. Most of the creatures in the deck are goblins. We're running 4 Goblin Grenades as well. It just so happens that goblins are some of the best small creatures available in Pauper, so that's what we're using. We do have a couple of humans. The Burning-Tree Emissary is amazing at just replacing itself. Stompy uses it for the same reason. You can have some incredibly explosive hands with Burning-Tree Emissary. And then the Valley Dasher is just another option of a haste creature. A little bit heavy on lands here, but we can go Burning-Tree into Cohort on turn 2 and we're on the play. So I think that's good enough to keep. Okay. Right on time. Damn you, Denizen. I wonder if we're actually supposed to put the Denizen down instead of the Cohort. Probably, right? That Foundry Street Denizen would have been so good if we had drawn it the turn before. If we had had it in the opening hand, I mean. Oh well, let's do some damage. Ooh, Bushwhacker though. Ooh. What are we supposed to do here? Are we supposed to Bushwhack? Or we just go Cohort and then Bushwhack next turn? So let's see here. If we Bushwhack, that's 9, 10, 11, 16. And we're good to kill them next turn. If we Cohort, that is 6, 7, 8, 13. Yeah, let's just Bushwhack. Smack. Okay, how's that for a turn 3? You're down to 4 now. That's a lot of damage. Now they're feeling the pressure. We've got lethal on board. They need to be preventing damage, which means they're going to have a hard time filling the board here. Nice. There's just no way they can deal with that kind of pressure. Okay. We're going to want Flaring Pain, Smash to Smithereens. Don't think we want the Gorilla Shaman for this matchup. So we got to take out 3 cards. Take out probably the Sparksmiths. Sparksmith could be pretty good if we are running into those damn rhinos, Stonehorn Dignitaries. Hopefully those will come down too late. We also got to be careful not to, not a huge fan of this. We don't really have much going on this one. This one's way more interesting. I like this one. I think we just get rid of Goblin Grenade on this one. Could get rid of the Smash instead. But it just seems so good to be taking away one of their color options. Pretty close, though, between Smash and Goblin Grenade. Okay, starting out with Thriving Isle, naming white. Let's make some moves. Oh, I really hope this resolves. Nice. Okay, so they had Impulse. You know, when I first saw the art of this card, Spoiled, I figured it was a Mother of Ruins. Muldrifter evoked. Okay, so they're really, like, panicking, trying to draw something here. Oh, the Bushwhacker off the top. Deck loves me. Is this just lethal? I mean, it's a lot of damage. I haven't counted it. Puts them to 2. So they have this ridiculously hostile board across from them. Plus I have Smash to Smithereens if they put down an artifact. But if we had kept the Goblin Grenade, they would just straight be dead right now. And now they have Stonehorn, and we don't have a way to cast this. I guess we just pass. What else you got, opponent? Going to Flicker. Yup. And then play an artifact. Oh, okay. We'll just do this. GG. One land hand. We are on the draw, and like as far as one land hands go, and if we draw that second land, we are going off. Okay, so yeah, we are playing against Faeries. This is going to be one of our more difficult matchups. Their Spellstutter Sprite counters almost all of our spells with ease. Alright, let's see what happens here. They're attacking. Are they going to make a ninja? Looks like ninja. Okay. So we're really looking for a land off the top. So we can lightning bolt and play a creature. That's too bad. I guess we could play a creature, attack, and then hold back the cohort to block the ninja. It's a good looking ninja though. The old school blue border was very pretty. Red border, it's very simple. Okay, another non-land. I guess we'll just keep playing 2/2s and apply pressure. They want to trade here, that's fine. This another ninja? No, I figured for sure that was another ninja coming down. Wonder how many spell stutter sprites they got in hand. One card on the bottom, one card on the top. Land. Still swinging. Oh, they got a spread for one. They could double block this one. They choose not to. That makes sense. No reason to throw away 2 fairies like that. They've got the superior air force. They can come in for 3 a turn in the air. Augur Bolus blocks for days. And they have a lightning bolt to kill the cohort. So I think at this point, I mean, if we don't draw land off the top right now, we're pretty dead. Okay, so let's see if they have Spell Stutter Sprite. Ooh, we get to resolve the Burning-Tree Emissary. So now we can attack. Oh, okay, they're going to abrade the cohort, and they can just block the other cohort. Mudbrawler Cohort, Goblin Cohort, but Goblin Cohort is the same card as Mogg Conscripts. Okay, what do we got off the top? Goblin Grenade. That's a risky one. Let's play the Mudbrawler, see if that will resolve. No, Spell Stutter Sprite. They just have so much damage coming in through the air. We're going to have to alter our deck quite a bit. I think that we're going to be taking out all of the Goblin Grenades. It's just too painful to get those countered. One, two, three, four, five. And they haven't used the lightning bolt yet that we've seen. So, that's trouble. We can concede here. They have lethal we know about. Lightning bolt goes face, and then all the fairies come at us. Bring in Pyroblast and Electrickery. And then what? We want to take out all of the Goblin Grenades. We got to take out 3 more cards after that. Oh, another 1 land hand. Alright, this one's great. We're going to keep the heck out of this. Get rid of the Lightning Bolt, because we're going to go Conscripts into Burning-Tree, Valley Dasher. Okay, it's going to be a big turn. Ooh, we get an Electrickery off the top for later. Not bad for a turn 2. Augur of Bolas looks like it can block. Let's see if we draw a creature off the top so we can attack with Conscripts. Puts no cards in hand. And ooh, we get a good one off the top with Bushwhacker. Attack all. We have no problem sacrificing the Bushwhacker to the block here. Means they're going to be taking 12 damage. Another Augur. And they reveal a Braid. So we need creature off the top to win. Lightning Bolt would also be good. That'll do. Very good. Okay, so that was a really good hand on the play. It's going to be totally different on the draw here, so let's see if we can find a really good hand. One land hand again. Another one lander. Damn it. We keep the 2 lands, the 2 burning trees, and then probably the Bushwhacker. We have to get rid of 2 cards. Okay. Alright, Foundry Street off the top. Come on. I mean, second Burning Tree, or third, sorry. Third Burning Tree is decent. I don't want to put the Bushwhacker down here. I want to actually be able to use its buffing ability. So we're going to pass the turn. Foundry Street Denizen. I would have loved to have had that last turn. Although then again, it might have been Spellstutter sprited. Just going to put the Bushwhacker out. I don't want to cast something into Spellstutter Sprite if I can avoid it, but I don't know. Does the kicker... The kicker doesn't really count, does it? Oh, that's a shame. So yeah, I should have just played the Foundry Street Denizen out. So that's something to store away for later. Kicker doesn't count on CMC. Might be pretty obvious to some of you. That's fine. But remember, there's a lot of rules in the game of Magic. So forgetting one once in a while, that's to be expected. Think that if we had had a hand like this with a 7, we might have had a chance. Oh, they put 2 cards on top of their library. But we're getting destroyed here, really picked apart. The Ninja, the Deep Hours, being able to consistently draw cards for countertop Garchomp means that they're not going to run out of resources, whereas we are out. We know they have a Spellstutter Sprite in hand, so casting Foundry Street doesn't seem too good. I think we probably just have to pass, as bad as that seems. Hold back the Emissary so we can block the Ninja. We can't just allow that to continue accruing value turn after turn. We don't have enough of a life lead. Just another mountain. Got a lot of mountains going on here. We can probably scoop this one up pretty soon. We don't really have the capacity to make it back from this far behind. So GG. We're really getting those one-land hands all over the place here. This hand here, I'm really not too interested in it. I'm going to mull this. This is way better. We don't really have a 1-drop, but we have things to do. I know, right? When I was looking at the deck, the word kind of came to mind, because it's the way that I learned about the deck way back when. So I figured I'd bring it back. Okay, our opponent is mulliganing as well. They've also decided to keep. We're definitely not playing Bushwhacker on 1. We're just going to pass. We'll probably play the Mardu Scout next turn, depending on what they play. Swamp. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that changes things. Let's play Burning-Tree Emissary. Probably the best card we could have drawn. Lurching Rot Beast. Okay, so this is either going to be zombies or it's going to be cycling. Looks like cycling. Okay, we're not going to have a lot of time versus a deck like this. Burning-Tree Emissary. And then we're going to dash in the Mardu Scout. We could just play Sparksmith. Let's dash. This is 9, 10, 11. Nice. We have Xaxes next turn. And I doubt the opponent will see that coming. So they might not try and combo off this turn. They might think they have another turn. But then again, I mean, like, if they really think about it, we're going to have options like Lightning Bolt, Goblin Grenade, and Fireblast. So they should realize that they're under pressure. Yeah, we should be able to win turn 4 on a game that we're going to win. So yeah, it looks like they're going for it here, which is the right thing for them to do. Okay, sweet. So yeah, they just scoop them up. Now, we're not going to have a lot of good options versus the opponent's deck. I don't know that we really have any options versus the opponent's deck at all. So I think we probably are going to be submitting the deck basically as is. We could bring in Flaring Pain versus Darkness. Yeah, that is sweet. Discard any number of cards at random. Creatures you control get +1/+0 for each card discarded that way. Discard cards at random, would that be from maybe Alliances? Maybe Torment? Odyssey. Okay, cool. Because yeah, there's like a couple sets that had a discard at random mechanic. And it's not something that you see very often in Magic. Usually someone gets to choose the cards that's going to be discarded. Just thinking if there's anything I can change the Sparksmith for. Like, honestly, I don't think so. Maybe we could swap out one Sparksmith for a Flaring Pain just in case they have Darkness. That doesn't seem awful. Sparksmith isn't going to be doing too much besides potentially killing one of their cycling creatures, and at that point we would be doing more damage to ourselves than the cycling creature could necessarily do. I don't know. Not too into the Sparksmith is what I'm trying to say. I guess we could have brought in the Gorilla Shamans in case the opponent is playing Lotus Petal, but from the lands that we've seen, I don't believe the opponent is playing the same version of Storm that I was playing personally. This is like a hard hand to mulligan. This is a really good one. I want to keep this, even though it's a one-lander. If we get second land, we're going to be exploding onto the board. Ooh, they kept Street Wraith in. And we get land off the top. So we go with Foundry Street Denizen to start. Denizens are going to be bigger than Conscripts. We can actually hit 6 on this turn. Ooh, the Burning-Tree, though. Unfortunately, if we play the Burning-Tree, we don't get to play one of these two. So we might as well just play these two creatures here, and we can Burning-Tree on a different turn, like maybe the turn that we Heelcutter. But opponent's definitely getting more time. Far more time. While we are about to put up a massive amount of pressure. This is our what? This is our turn 3? Ooh, but we get the land for our turn 3. So I guess we Burning-Tree dash the Heelcutter so we can get the extra 3 in. Or we could Burning-Tree Conscripts and Lightning Bolt. We hold up the Lightning Bolt that way. And then we can dash in the Heelcutter on subsequent turns. I think I prefer that a little bit more. So we're going to have to do this pre-combat because the Mogg Conscripts wants to attack and the Foundry Street Denizens want their triggers. Oh, they did have darkness. Called it. Okay, looks like they're going for it here. We're going to hit 6 for now. And if we ever see their life total drop to 3, I guess we'll hit 5 and Lightning Bolt them. But for now, we're just going to let them do their thing. Go off, friend. Darkness. They cast Darkness this turn, so they must have wanted an extra storm count for their Reaping the Graves. They're going with the new printing of Songs of the Damned, I see. Personally, I prefer the old art because it's the like the really old school Magic art, which has a really different flavor from the new stuff. One mana left. They need 2 songs here. There's songs. So yeah, they keep going. They have to draw towards Reaping the Graves. Go off again. Find another songs. Just keep on doing that until they unearth Stinger. And once they do that, we're going to be able to bolt it. And they'll need to find another unearth. Well, that's quite a lot of mana. Okay. So they've unearthed. They have 2 cards left in hand. And we're going to Lightning Bolt the Stinger. Actually, hold on. We let the Reaping the Graves resolve first so they don't put the Stinger back in their hand? No, because they need Kajigit. Okay, let's just Lightning Bolt the thing. And now we can hit 6 again. Oh, they're grabbing Street Wraiths? I mean, I'm tapped out, but you wouldn't want to go to 4 against me. So I guess 2 Street Wraiths should be fine. But you wouldn't want to do a 3rd? Okay, so that should be the last time they cycle a Street Wraith. Going down to 3, not something that they want to be doing. Even with me being tapped out, I could potentially have Fireblast in hand. I mean, it's silly fun. I played it for a little while. It was really, really great to play. I just wasn't very good at it. I kind of like decks that function on a different level of Magic, like Dredge does in Modern. You're not playing the same game as your opponents. I think that's kind of cool. And it also keeps people aware of graveyard strategies. So that, like, okay, well, you have to have some sort of graveyard hate in your sideboard. I don't. And look what happened. Let's see here. So some of the I don't I don't recall if Tormod's Crypt is, but we do have Relica Progenitus. Nail Spellbomb is another option. Fairy Macabre. Okay, so opponent has lethal now. They have 25 mana and they just done Reaping the Graves. So all they have to do is realize that they... oh, actually, no, they even have... Yeah, they just have to realize that they don't have to deck themselves in order to kill me. And considering they're playing the deck, they should know that very simple fact about the deck they're playing. Tormod was Conan in Chronicles. Fantastic. What a wild set Chronicles was. Okay, so they just took off the auto yields. They're holding the cycle there. Yep. So that's how they do it. That's how they kill us. Don't draw the last cards. There it is. Close one. Okay, we have no changes to make. Oh yeah, I remember that ruling. What was it? It was all the way until the end of the turn, wasn't it? You had until the end step to bring your life total back up or end the game? You think it was till the phase? Fair enough. Oh yes. Oh, yes, this is a keeper. This is a really good hand. Goblin Grenade, good for 5 damage. Alright, let's hope for a Valley Dasher or 2/2 Cohort off the top. I realize I say 2/2 Cohort. They're all 2/2 Cohorts. Unless you have no other creatures in play. Anyway, let's put down these Burning-Tree Emissaries. And attack for 3. It's too bad we don't have a follow-up to the second Burning Tree here. But it is what it is. And next turn we can start dashing in the Heelcutter for extra damage if we don't find something else to play. But I wouldn't mind playing something else and just going for a Goblin Grenade. Okay, we're going to dash the Heelcutter in this case. We'll hold the Goblin Grenade as secret information. So yeah, they're almost dead, right? This puts them to what, 6? Yep, opponent going off. They have to. They know they're dead. So they have to win right now. And they went to 4 here, so if we had Fireblast, they would be dead. Oh, they got a lot of mana. They cast a lot of spells. They can do it here. They got Reaping with a Storm count of 6. They might just go for it right now. They don't have access to Street Wraith anymore. So they don't actually have a lot of cycling creatures that they grabbed out of the graveyard here. So there's definitely a chance that they fizzle. Ah, they're hesitating. Oh, what was that? Songs of the Damned. Okay, made a bunch of mana. Reaping the Graves again. Okay. Wow, and they really don't get too many with those Reaping the Graves. They got, like, some Lurching Rot Beasts, and that was it. Another Songs. So, I mean, as far as resources go, another Reaping the Graves, if they had a life total, they would have crushed us because of those Street Wraiths. But instead, they're casting Reaping the Graves and only getting back 2 Lurching Rot Beasts every time. Yeah, it's 2 Rot Beasts. Twice as good as 1. Oh, now they have a 3rd? Okay, so now they actually have cycling creatures, but they've already gone through 3 Reaping the Graves. This should just be GG, I think. So we have 1 land too many, but this hand is great. I love it. We're going to keep it. Foundry Street Denizen first. Ooh, hold on. What are we doing here? We're playing against Burn. That's a blocker for our Foundry Street Denizen. Get out of here. And I mean, it's going to block because this Foundry Street Denizen is going in for something like 4 damage this turn. Maybe they won't. They're going to block. No way I was going to Fireblast that. We'll just lose the Foundry Street Denizen. We've got 3 creatures on board here. We can start doing a bit of damage, and if we can find some more creatures so the cohort can attack, we're going to be doing more damage than a burn deck really does. Okay, so Skewer is going after the Burning-Tree Emissary, reducing our clock. That's a bit of a pain. Oh, we just get Mountain off the top. So we're only attacking for 2 here. Goblin Cohort, we have to cast a spell this turn in order for it to attack. So we're flooded. At least it's not a Searing Blaze. We do not want to put a skip on that. We're going to want to be able to like Lightning Bolt Fireblast the opponent in response to that going onto the stack at some point. But this is way too many lands on our side. Pyroclasm was never common. But we do have Electrickery and Fiery Cannonade. So the Cannonade takes out the 2s. Oh, come on. cohort has just been sitting there for turn after turn. Because we've just been drawing lands. I mean, we're almost ready to hardcast Fireblast over here. Ah, you a fan of Pauper Sligh? Connoisseur of red deck wins? Finally find a creature. Our win here is pretty much out of reach. This puts us to 1. Okay, we're dead. So we're fighting against Burn. We're going to want the Lifestaff. Take out the Sparksmith. And I mean, that's pretty much it. So we'll just bring a Sparksmith back in. None of the other cards here are any good. We definitely have a much harder time fighting against Burn than Stompy does. Stompy has access to Weather the Storm out of the sideboard, and we get Lifestaff. We don't even have the Moggs that allow us to sacrifice. Not a great hand, but keepable. We can go Cohort into Cohort Bushwhacker. So we're already in match 4, and this league is taken under an hour. This is another one of those real quick decks. Win or lose, you're going to know what's going to happen pretty fast. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, a Flame Slash to start. Okay. That sucks for my Mudbrawler. Just going to be attacking as a 1/1. Now, if I recall correctly, the Sligh deck comes from Sly Stallone, right? I mean, the name? Close enough. It's basically the same thing. Oh, the Burning-Tree Emissary. Burning-Tree Emissary is a little bit awkward here because we need triple red to get the Cohort Bushwhacker thing going. But we could go Burning-Tree Emissary, Heelcutter the Alchemist, and then next turn we go Cohort Bushwhacker and we'd have the Emissary on board. Okay. No blocks. Ooh, and they're just passing here. 5 cards in hand, so they've probably got some gas. Another Burning-Tree Emissary. Alright, I'm going to do the same move as last turn. Let's see if they let me attack with the Heelcutter. They're probably going to bolt it. They do. And now the Lava Runner trades with one of our creatures. But I'm fine with the Lava Runner trading here if they want to. But we have lost a significant amount of creatures here, which is how we do damage, so... Opponent is definitely keeping the damage off the table here. They're just killing the creatures, and because they have the Thermal Alchemist to deal us damage, they're able to do that. Not a big fan of the land draw there. Seem to be hanging. What's the issue here, opponent? They've probably just stepped away from the keyboard for a mo. Another opportunity to practice patience, which is not something I have a lot of when I'm playing this deck. I just want to put my creatures down, turn them sideways, let's go. Okay, take 3. Thermal Alchemist is doing so much right now, both acting as a blocker and doing damage. Opponent has 3 going up to 4 cards in hand here, so they've got tons of resources. And their plan is a good one, just keep killing my creatures and just keep doing damage. Oh, with a Searing Blaze to boot. That's a good one for killing creatures. We're not going to be able to put up much more pressure here, but we've still got a couple of top decks, I think, that could do kind of well. Definitely not that one, though. Come on, deck. No point in attacking. Now, I've got all basic lands in the deck. I decided not to run Forgotten Caves for the same reason that I wasn't running it previously in my burn deck. Because I want my lands to come into play untapped. So even though I would be able to potentially, like, if this was a Forgotten Cave, I could cycle it, and that would be good in this situation. It would be bad in the situations where it's my only land in a 1-land hand, or I draw it as my second land, and now I can't play my 2-drops. So that's the reason why I prefer to keep straight basics in the deck, as opposed to cycling lands. We're going to be knocked out of this game in a minute. I mean, even if we draw Lifestaff, it's going to be ridiculous. Milskull, good morning. Okay, we got put out of our misery. This hand is okay. 1 land too many, but we'll keep it. Okay, basic forest into Elvish Mystic, so it looks like they're playing Elves. Ah, damn it, another land. Play the Conscripts. Oh, that's something I would like to kill. So we have been flooded quite a bit this league. Unfortunate. Nothing we can do about it, though. Besides, play the cycling lands, which I don't want to do. Lead the Stampede draws 3, including Well-Wisher, which is a pretty big problem for us. So they could just play Well-Wisher here. Yep. I mean, we can start doing stuff with the Sparksmith. The question is, do we even want to attack? If we leave it back, they can't really attack us. On the other hand, they're not going to block it. We're going to get that 2 damage in. Yeah, let's get in the damage. We can use Sparksmith to kill Well-Wisher next turn. But it's already going to be like, they're going to do so much life gain here with the Quirion Ranger. And then I still have to kill the Timberwatch Elf. And I pretty much have to kill the Timberwatch Elf this turn, because next turn it'll be ready to activate, and they'll have Quirion Ranger. So yeah, this is a pretty miserable board state to be under here. But we kind of expected that the Elves match was not going to go well. We've been on the other side of this. And they're just going to keep gaining so much life. Because they can do this twice more. But I had to kill the Timberwatch Elf last turn. I had no choice. That was the one that had to die. Wildheart Invoker. I don't think that one is as much trouble as the Well-Wisher is. It is quite a bit of trouble, but they need a lot of mana in order to do that. Oh, no attacks, okay. Another land. JDX, handsome, hello, hello. You got a full house there, handsome? Got a bunch of people staying over? 2 COVID tests later. Yeehaw. I'm hoping that everything comes out clean with the COVID tests. Well, here's a little bit of luck for you. Good luck, handsome. Yeah, Invoker was one of the options in one of the top Elves deck lists. I was looking at the deck last week, so either the green Invoker or the red Invoker you usually play one of in the main. So we're super flooded here. What are we going to do? We're going to play Goblin Bushwhacker and then activate Sparksmith is what we're going to do. We were talking about him, actually, handsome. I think we were talking about him for a different deck. I think we were talking about it for maybe the Cascade deck or something. Okay, so we're bringing in Electrickery. And we could bring in another Sparksmith. Take out Mardu Scout. And I don't think the Heelcutter is going to be doing us too much good. They're going to have too many blockers for Heelcutter to really do anything. So then we just got to cut one more card. Maybe Valley Dasher? Good hand. Okay, so we play the Mogg Conscripts. 2/2 for 1. I guess we just play the Sparksmith here so that we can start using it to kill the opponent's creatures. Sligh. That's what the deck used to be called in the olden days. Back at the very beginning of Tournament Magic. Sligh was the name for red deck wins. I mean, that's an easy target for Sparksmith. I don't even have to think about that one. Lead the Stampede. Cool. They only get 2 cards, so it's a Divination. And they make Llanowar Elves. They revealed this Llanowar Elf, but they cast this Llanowar Elf, so we know that they have another Llanowar Elf in hand. Oh, the double Goblin Grenade? So that's lethal. We kill the Llanowar Elf. Oh, no, it's not, because the conscripts can't attack if we double Goblin Grenade. So we go Cohort. Attack for 4. And then we can put them to 1 with Goblin Grenade Fireblast. That doesn't seem too good. I think we're still in a fine position regardless of what we do. We could do almost anything here. I think I'm going to go Cohort, attack with the 2s, and then maybe Goblin Grenade them. Trickery would have also been a very good option there, but if we had done Trickery, we could not have attacked with Conscripts. They're going to have a hard time doing anything too relevant that we're not going to be able to just kill them next turn. Although, Grenade plus Blast. Ah, good one there, Gibroth. I was thinking about attacking and needing to attack. So I had thought I had to attack with Conscripts, but I didn't. You're right, your line was better there. Grenade, Fireblast, that adds to 14. I thought I had to use combat. Just for the rubbins. I didn't even get to cast my Fireblast. One land hand. Not a fan of this one. We do have a really good hand if we get that second land on turn 2. But that is so risky. Very satisfying, but I should not have done it. It was great to see, great to watch, but the reason why I shouldn't have done it, even though my opponent should basically assume that I'm playing it, I've now told them that I'm playing Electrickery when I didn't have to. Here we go. Keep this, probably get rid of Lightning Bolt. We'll just keep the Sparksmith to kill their creatures. Oh man, opponent is mulliganing to 4 here. So we got a chance. The Sparksmith here could really shine. Good thing we mulliganed. Oh, they still have a play. We're going to play the Foundry Street Denizen, I guess. Actually, it might be better to play the Cohort here, because Cohort actually attacks. That is an option, but I'm always afraid about bolting the bird in the Elves deck, because their 2-drops are so much better than their 1-drops. Okay. They don't have much. If we play the Sparksmith, though, it's going to die. So I think we play Foundry Street Denizen and hold up Lightning Bolt. So if they try and equip one of the Elves with a bow, we'll Lightning Bolt it in response. And if they cast something good, we'll Lightning Bolt the good card. Still kind of risky to play the Sparksmith here, but if they're spending all their mana to kill Sparksmith, then I think we're going to win that game. Okay, so it looks like they are making the play that I thought they might. Then, yep, they're going to tap their dude right there, so they're tapped out here. We're going to have free reign to attack. Okay, so let's do a little bit of math here. So that's 6 plus 5 is 11. So we play the Foundry Street Denizen here. We don't have lethal. Ah, yes. Blazing Volley. Fantastic card. Electrickery is going to be better versus Spellstutter Sprite, because you're going to be able to instant speed cast it with the Sprite trigger on the stack when Sprite is on the board. All right, creature off the top, please. Oh, another Goblin Grenade. That'll do. That'll do. Take 10. We got really lucky there. The opponent mulliganed into Oblivion, so we were able to take one off of Elves. Elves definitely has the advantage in that matchup.